The street. It's been 3 weeks since the freak occurrences started, yet every night my blood still runs cold. Most would have stopped taking the route home by now, but it's the quickest way back after closing up shop at midnight. Anyway, I figure whatever forces are at play here, I can't keep running forever. The long stretch of rural highway is eerily devoid of traffic every night around 3 a.m. when I make the trip back. Dark woods line either side, their skeletal branches clawing hungrily at the night sky. Anything could be lurking just out of sight. The first strange night began like any other. I had the radio tuned to a classic rock station. About halfway home, the reception cut out, replaced by static. I smacked the dash, ready to tune it elsewhere, when a gravelly voice emerged.
"You won't escape your fate."
I froze, listening intently, but the cryptic message didn't repeat. The station fuzzed back in like nothing had happened. Uneasy, I chalked it up to fatigue or an auditory hallucination. But things were about to get much worse. A few nights later, my phone glitched out spectacularly. As I drove, the screen rapidly cycled through apps, opened and closed windows, and pulled up photos from my childhood I had long forgotten. A picture of my old dog flashed up, his eyes glowing red. The radio snapped on, blaring violent heavy metal music I don't listen to. I couldn't manually turn off either device. Gripped by fear, I pulled over and ripped my phone from where it was mounted. The second it left the dash, everything stopped. Dead silence. Just last night took the cake. I slid behind the wheel after locking up, palms already clammy. I said a little prayer under my breath, even though the religious act made my skin crawl, hoping to ward off further disturbance. I drove slowly, hyper-alert. Aside from the rhythmic thump of tires on cracked pavement, all was quiet. Until a deafening bang exploded from my engine. The car violently shuddered, threatening to stall out. I clenched the wheel, knuckles white, willing it to just get me home. The dark forest seemed to creep closer, ready to swallow me whole. Through the trees, I could almost make out a tall, emaciated silhouette watching me struggle. Another bang boomed, more aggressive this time. I pushed the gas pedal flat to the floor, desperate to escape the unseen forces tormenting me. Up ahead, the glow of my neighborhood finally peeked into view. With a final sputter, my car gave out just as I coasted into the driveway. Whatever presence haunts that road, I know with chilling certainty that it is not finished with me yet. I toss and turn all day now, dreading the moment I have to get behind the wheel once again after dark. Exhaustion has set deep beneath my eyes. But I don't have a choice. I need the job. And I refuse to take an earlier shift and let this entity dictate my life. So tonight, like every night no matter how my hands shake, I will make that lonely drive through the shadows. I'll grip my flickering phone like a talisman and whisper prayers against the static-filled radio. And I'll hope that I make it home just a few minutes faster than whatever is gaining on me mile by mile in the rearview mirror. We all have our routines, our familiar routes traveled 100 times before. But there is an unseen world surrounding us in that darkness. Forces that wait for complacency, for that moment you let your guard down thinking nothing could go wrong on this road you've known for years. Maybe I should have taken the warning that first night. Heeded the omen scratching through the radio static. But it's too late now. The hauntings have already begun, and they will only grow more terrifying with time. All I can do is keep driving, eyes wide against the darkness, trying not to think of what could be waiting unseen just up ahead. Because on this lonely highway, the space between my headlights is no longer familiar or safe. It has become the domain of the disturbed, the damned, the dead.